Hey tribe! Hey tribe, what is up? Today's video is going to be the time that I snuck out with my best friend and got in a car accident. Good times, good times. I was going to make this a wine time, but I don't have any wine. Who am I? But like I said, I was gonna make it a wine time, but I don't have any wine. So I had to settle for the next best thing, which is a Moscow Mule. I swear I bleed these, I drink so many of them. But back to more important things like the story time. This story takes place when I was 16. Oh, young, dumb, stupid, ratchet Sydney. And I say ratchet because I just did so many ratchet things. I don't know how I didn't die, end up dead in a ditch somewhere clutching a bottle of Sky vodka. Like, I just did such dumb things. And I look back at it now and I'm like, what in the junk? So, little old 16-year-old Sydney and her best friend Miranda at the time, I don't know why I'm talking in third person. My best friend Miranda, we were hanging out. We had gone to, I think it was Andretti's that we went to that night. We got back to the house, we were hanging out. My boyfriend at the time had gone home and he was with his friend, I don't want to use their name, so I'm going to say Tom. He was with his friend Tom, and they all of a sudden hit us up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And they're like, let's go to Waffle House, let's go to Waffle House. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's past curfew, like, should we do this? And it was like this huge, like, internal debate, because at this point in my 16-year-old, lifespan, I hadn't done anything too out there yet. I think this was like the beginning of my ratchet stories, the beginning of the ratchet chapter of my life, if you will. So I'm sitting there like,
oh my god, Miranda, should we sneak out? Like, that's bad, like, we could be bad, let's do it. Like, we should just, that would be so cool. We should just sneak out.
I thought it would be the coolest thing if we snuck out of my mom's house at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to Waffle House. Like, woo, big adventure, girl. So I talked her into it. I said, let's do it. Let's be bad girls. Let's sneak out. Let's text. I don't know what I've called my ex in the past. Let's say, I almost said his real name. Let's call him Clementine. Clever, huh? So we text Clementine. We're like, all right, we're doing this. We're bad girls. Woo, let's do this. Park down the road. I don't want Susan to know. So we, we sneak down the stairs, which I don't know how my mom didn't hear me because this house was old as dirt. And this door, when you opened it, was like, when you closed it, it like slammed really hard. So beats me how she didn't know that we snuck out. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think she ever knows about this, ever knew about this. So I'm basically ratting myself out. Hi mom, I know you watch my videos. Don't hate me. So we get in the car, Clementine's there, Tom's there, it's me and Miranda. We think we're like bad girls, we're blasting music, we're driving down the road, windows down. We're like, yeah! And we get to Waffle House. So we go inside a Waffle House, we have our food, whatever, and we decide that instead of going back to my house right away, that we were gonna go hang out at Clementine's house because he lived close to the Waffle House. And we figured we're already out, we might as well just stay out a little bit longer. Let's go like play some video games, or I think we were gonna go smoke hookah or something. So we all decide to take separate cars. I wanted Miranda to ride with me and Clementine, but Tom had his car at Waffle House, and I guess he really had a crush on my friend Miranda and really wanted just him and Miranda to ride in their car, and then I'd go with Clementine. So that's what we did. We went separate directions. Like when we pulled out of the Waffle House, like Clementine and I went left and Tom and Miranda went right. And we're like speeding down the road. Mind you, Clementine's house is only like a 5-10 maybe minute drive from this Waffle House. So, you know, we're like speeding down the road, blasting music, having a good time. I'm like, oh, I'm like with my boyfriend, this is fun. I'm such a bad girl, like, so lame. I'm literally so cringy. Like, we take our 10-minute drive to Clementine's house. We get there before Tom and Miranda do, but we figure it's just because we went different ways for some reason. We thought that, you know, he thought he went a shortcut when obviously he didn't. So we sat there, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited, and like 15 minutes went by. I was like, where are they? Ew, Miranda, you better not be hooking up with Tom. That's gross. All of a sudden, we get a call from Tom, and he said,
Clementine, I need you to get here soon. We got in a car accident. I don't know what to do. You know, I'm freaking out. I hit a wall.
Now, right off the rip, Clementine didn't believe Tom. He was like, yeah, BS, see you soon, dude. Hangs up the phone. Because Tom was notorious for playing really messed up, really effed up pranks on him all the time. So he just thought that was another one of these situations. So he hangs up the phone, and we sit and we wait for another 5 minutes. And then I get a phone call from my best friend, Miranda, and it goes a little something like this.
Sydney, Tom seriously got in a car accident. We skidded and hit a wall. There's chocolate milk all over the place. He's not joking. I need you to get here now.
So, you're telling me that we just snuck out, thinking we're being sneaky, and now we have to deal with a car accident. Great. So Clementine and I go up to the scene, see what happened. Tom, I guess, had been trying to show off, tried to drift around a corner, lost control, spun out, and hit a wall. Chocolate milk from Waffle House all over the place. And I guess he was just kind of in shock about the whole situation because that was the only thing that he was like talking about when we got there. He was like, the chocolate milk, there's chocolate milk over the car, the chocolate milk. I don't know. To make matters worse, when they were getting in the car accident, you know how like when you're riding the passenger seat and someone driving is braking really hard, you kind of like press the pretend brakes and like push your foot up against the floorboard? That's exactly what Miranda did, except when they hit the wall, it broke her foot. So now you're telling me we snuck out, we got in the car accident, and Miranda's foot is broken? What else? What else? There's more. So we're waiting for the cops and the ambulance to show up, and I come to the realization that I am out past curfew, and so is Miranda. So, run it back real quick. Snuck out, car accident, broken foot, out past curfew. Could it get any better, man? This is like the worst case scenario. Like, we just wanted a waffle and some chocolate milk, and we ended up with a broken foot and a freaking smashed car. So we had to sit there and wait for the ambulance and the cops to show up. The cops went to try to talk to me, and Clementine was like, no, she wasn't a part of it. So I got out of the having to talk to the cops and being like, hey, I'm, a minor, not even supposed to be out. I totally avoided that whole conflict, thank God. There was one more thing we had to get past. How is Miranda just going to explain this broken foot that she just magically obtained if we never snuck out in the first place? So on the car ride back to my house, we devised a plan that when she went back to her mom's house that day, she was gonna go back to her mom's house, get some more clothes, and then come back over and sleep over the next day. So we devised a plan that when she went to her mom's house, she was going to throw herself down the stairs in front of her mother and break her foot. And then when she came back over to my house, I already had crutches from when I hurt my foot years ago, and I was just gonna give them to her. Problem solved. Believe it or not, we snuck back in successfully. We went back to sleep, and we laid there for a little bit, staring at the wall. I don't think we slept at all, actually, because we had just realized what freaking shenanigans we had just gotten ourselves into, and all we wanted to do was feel like some bad bitches sneaking out and eating some waffles, and this is what we got. Damn, that's one hell of a story. So just to reiterate the summary of this story. Snuck out, car accident, spilled chocolate milk, broken foot, lied to cops, totaled car. What a night. Did you feel like a bad bitch, Sydney? Was it worth it, 16-year-old Sydney? Honestly, yeah. I still felt like a bad bitch and I had a great time. And now I have this awesome story time that I got to tell you guys. And I learned from my mistakes. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a blast filming for you guys. If you did, pretty please give it a thumbs up. It would mean the world to me. Leave a comment down below letting me know what type of video you'd like to see from me next. I am always open to suggestions. If you haven't already, pretty please click that subscribe button down below to join the super awesome, super cool Good Vibes Tribe family. And on that note, Good Vibes Tribe.